All right, I was going to make a quick explanation of how to make a quiz or test and upload it to Canvas. So here we go. This is the way I do them. So I, again, would go to Exam View, but I think there's other test generating software out there. I'm sure there is actually that could be used to, make tests and then upload them to Canvas. So again, go to Exam View, or if you already had a test in Exam View, you could just open that up. So maybe I'll do that. Open an existing test. Let's do this one, a bone and muscle quiz. I'm going to open that up. So here's a bone and muscle quiz from times ago. And so what I would do then is go up here to File, Export, and you want to choose Blackboard 7.1 to 9.0. So let me show you that again. Go to File, Export, Blackboard 7.1 to 9.0. When you do that, it's going to ask you for a name, of course. Make sure you're putting it somewhere where you can remember where it's at. So I have a test and reviews folder. So I'm just going to do bone and muscles, and I'll put today's date. And then it's going to ask you these other questions. This is to create a test package that you can import. Just have to give it more names. So I'm going to go, bones, muscles, 4120. You can name it again, whatever. It doesn't have to be the same name as the original test. Directory name, I just put in usually a letter A, B, C, D, something like that. So I'm not exactly sure what that's for, but I probably should know. Actually, just make some, So what you have at this point is, if I go back to my test and reviews, it's right here. So it's a compressed file. It's zipped up. It's what I just created there from that original test, bones and muscles. Again, I opened the original test, then I exported it as Blackboard 7.1 to 9.0 and directed it to be saved in this folder. There it is right there. Bone and muscles 4.1.20, today's date. So now it's there. So what I would do then is go back to Canvas then and go to my class. This is my biology class. So go to quizzes, open up quizzes. And then what I want to do is go to settings, press settings. I want to import course content. And then it's go to your class, go to settings. You might want to go quizzes first, but I don't think you need to. So go to settings, import course content, and then I want to select what I want to import. So I want to import this Blackboard 76789 export file. Click that. So it says, that's what I'm importing. Choose the file. So now I want to go back and find that file. I put it in test and reviews. Here it is. Open that up. Select question bank. I usually just put new question bank. They actually go into, I think, a directory or a database of some kind. I don't really get into that a whole lot. So go to create new question bank. I call it, bones, muscles. I want to do all content. And I'm just going to hit import. Just going to take a minute or so to import that into Canvas. There it is. It's done. So now I can go back and look at it and set it up how I want to set it up. So I go to click quizzes, and try to find that quiz. There it is right there, bones and muscles. I'm gonna open that up. What I typically do is take a look at it real quick, preview it. Sometimes the pictures come over in weird ways, but these look fine. So everything looks good there. So now I want to go to edit the quiz. And this is where you can write whatever message you want. If you want to write a message here, I'm going to pick if I want it to be an actual graded, or you can do practice as well, but graded quiz. I want it to be summative. I'm going to sync it to Hack. I like to pick shuffle answers so that if kids are having to be wandering eyes, it's not so easy to see. The person next to them answers may be arranged differently, sequenced differently. Other things you can do is you can set a time limit. You could allow multiple attempts if you want. How many attempts you want to allow? Say I want to allow 2 attempts, and I wanted to keep the highest of the 2, so I'd set it like that. And then some other options here: let students see their quiz responses. Incorrect answers will be marked in student feedback. I usually leave that checked, but I typically don't let them see the correct answers, because at least not on the same day. I might say let them see the correct answers and then pick a day, a week later or 3 days or whatever. That way they can't pass on information. Well, they still can, but at least, limits that a little bit. You can choose once after each attempt. That way they look at it, see what they missed, and that's that. I also choose one question at a time. So as they're taking the quiz, there, just one question's popping up on the screen, so that it's not a continuous scrolling through questions. Require an access code, whatever you want to make that, and then pick your due date and hit save and publish, and then it's ready to go. What I do also is, I like my true and false questions. I usually leave them as a point, but the multiple choice questions, I like to go through and I change those to be worth 2 points. And when you do that, again, here's how I did that. I'm in edit mode, and instead of details here, I clicked questions. And then for any particular question, you just mouse over it and press the pencil there. And again, I'm just changing the points to 2, but you can make it whatever you wanted. You can edit answers if you want here. But one thing you need to make sure you do is after you change something in a question, make sure you hit update question. You have to do that. So again, if I want to change something, I press the little pencil, I change the points to 2, but then I have to choose update question. And also, when I'm done doing everything I want to do, I need to make sure that I save this. My face is hiding it there, but there's a little save down here. So I want to make sure that I save that. So that's pretty much it. And then, you publish that and direct the kids to, its name. But it should, once you give it a due date, it should pop up in their feed. It's something that they have to get done. Lockdown browser. So if you wanted to use the lockdown browser, it doesn't really matter where you're at. You don't have to be in that particular quiz. You could be at your home page. But what you need to do is go over here to your menu and press the lockdown browser. And then here you want to go continue to lockdown browser. Choice right there. And then I want to find that. Here it is right here, bones and muscles. Press this little arrow, press settings. And right now it says doesn't require lockdown browser, but if I want to make it to, I press requires lockdown browser. There's access code, and then I hit save and close. Now it's now this requires them to be in lockdown browser to take that. As you can see right here, it says required. If you go back to the quiz itself, it should say now in the name of the quiz that it requires lockdown browser. Let me find that thing. Here it is. Muscles and bones requires lockdown browser. So now when they go to take that quiz, they have to be in a lockdown browser. So that's that. Hope that helps you create a quiz in at least an exam view. If you wanted to just make a quiz, again, you just hit you go to quizzes and you hit this plus quiz button. I'm not sure about all this. I haven't really, I don't typically do them just from scratch like this. With again, just takes you right to here. You give it a name, set all your parameters, go to questions, and then you just start. Plus question. You just start making your questions. You can choose any of these types, write them up, hit update, save them at the end. You can set those up in Lockdown Browser too if you want. So that's it. Let me know if you have any more questions.